Okay, apologies for my erratic driving. There was literally a wasp in my shed during the recording of this video. True story. So since the release of Payback and after a few months, the game received quite a lot of hate and the people prefer the old game 2015 to 2017's Payback. So I decided to make this video to conclude whether 2015 is or isn't better than Payback. Enjoy the video.
Oh, English, 800 castles in my life. Just be very still, I ain't gonna hurt anybody. Jump in the Pegasus.
2015 had a list of cars which was very good, satisfied everybody. We had hot hatches, JDM icons, and a couple nice supercars, as well as hot rods. In fact, the game had 51 cars, which was pretty decent, especially knowing the level of customization available on each car. However, Payback pushes 2015 out of the water with its 74 cars. I mean, it's still pretty decent. Although Payback has more cars, a bigger variation, including some buggies, SUVs and hypercars, a lot of people prefer 2015's car list. This is because of Toyota and Ferrari being in 2015, but not in Payback. Yep. But I, on the other hand, prefer the types of cars we got from Payback, as we got the 350Z, Vulcan, Regera, etc. Some insane cars that were never featured in 2015. So although Payback has a better, more diverse car list, I'm not a fan of their car system. This is because you can't buy, let's say, your R34 GTR. You need to buy one of a certain class. Some people like this feature, but I really don't. When I and others want to build a car in the game, we want to start from the bottom and start with a bog standard car, not one that's already modified to a certain race class like drag. Not just that, but you can't get every single car in the game in each race class, which is pretty annoying too. I reckon a way they can resurrect this is by implementing a feature similar to the Crew, where you purchase a car stock and take it to a shop to change it to a certain class, so every single car can be any class you want it to be. But if I were to be in charge of the game, I would take it back to 2015's method of changing up your car yourself.
All kind of reckless, I flexed it.
Most people judge racing games mapped by their size and complexity, and if you were to do that with this game, there's no doubt about it that Payback has the better map. Payback is based around the Nevada region, which is Las Vegas, as a desert, which is a really good location, especially for this whole storyline of the game. Of course, some people's opinions may differ and they may for some reason prefer the map of 2015, but factually, Payback has the better map. Every area and place of the map is so accessible and there's little to no boundaries. You can climb mountains, smash through a lot of barriers, giving us gamers a lot of freedom as opposed to 2015. That was very confined and almost claustrophobic, so yep, Payback had the better map.
If she's sleek and foreign, call her Lexus.
In terms of cosmetic and exterior customization, there's no doubt about it that Payback takes this medal. Most body kits aren't connected, so you can have one front bumper from one body kit company and the other from a different one, therefore making customization a lot more personalized, so you can stick out from other races. Not just that, but we also got brand new headlight customization too, as well as underglow, bags, horns, tire smoke, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But, and this is a big but, Kim Kardashian has nothing in this but Payback's engine and tuning customization was absolutely childish. I'm not even trying to sound like Jay Swingler with this. It was really childish. You can't go into your garage and purchase the mods you want. It's purely based off a random customization shop you find, or a wheel spin thing. You'll either get a head, block, ECU, turbo, exhaust, or transmission piece, and it makes no sense. You can't really tell which one's better, whereas in the other games it's really easy to tell. 2015 did this incredibly well, as you can choose expensive turbos for high horsepower and different flutter sounds. And you can even supercharge your car in 2015, which isn't possible in Payback for some reason. Exhaust mods also changed up the sound of your car, making the experience a lot more enjoyable. The tuning in Payback is very dimmed down to like non-car guy level, which is a good thing if the target audience Need for Speed are trying to aim at is young. But for a racing game for car guys, we're not asking for in-depth tuning like Assetto Corsa or Project Cars. All we want is to choose the engine mods for our cars separately.
Only thing I'm here for is perplexing.
With racing games, the newer games usually have the better sound. This is an exception with Payback, however. Despite the game being 2 years older, 2015 had the better sounds. Engine and exhaust sounds with Payback and 2015 were very similar, almost identical, but the thing which made 2015 sounds better is the turbos. With Payback, you don't even know if your car's turbocharged. You never hear any indication of your car having a turbo. It's all very strange. With 2015, if you got a turbo, you hear the sexiest turbo spool and blow-off valve. If it's supercharged, your car whines like crazy, and I think customization plays a huge role with the sounds of the game. Hence why Payback, if it had better customization compared to 2015, Payback would take the medal for better sounds.
I'm in love with money, I'm in love with bowling.
I'm sure you guys could do your research and prove me wrong, but I haven't really looked into frame rate or anything related to that, but in my opinion, 2015 is more visually appealing. This may be because the games are more appealing to the eye when the surroundings are dark and wet. 2015 only had to base the game's textures around a night-only cycle, whereas Payback had to focus on a day and night cycle. If Payback had to focus on only one time cycle, I'm sure it'd be much more appealing to the eye compared to 2015. And there's a video by Black Panther where he showcases a daytime mod for 2015, and the textures don't look really great. So this was only a mod, but I feel Payback faced a similar issue to this when they were developing their game in 2017. So in my opinion, 2015 has better graphics, but you may have to look up a reliable source of evidence about that, because you can't always trust a 16-year-old who still plays 8-ball pool. If you're a racing game fan who prefers easier cops to hard cops, then I have no words for you. 2015 cops were stupid, really stupid, and part of what made Need for Speed so great was the cops. Of course, it was the first racing game to implement cops, so what's the point in making 2015 cops way too easy? It's genuinely harder to keep the cop chasing you than it is to escape the cop. I mean, one thing I liked about 2015's police system was the longer the chase took, the bigger your fine became, which is brilliant. I just wish they had harder police to therefore make the feature like possible, because I really want to get pissed off for paying a big fine, but I've never been caught by the police in 2015. Payback, on the other hand, their cops were brutal. They weren't just in Crown Vics, they had Chargers with EMPs, Corvettes, and an insane Rhino. Police in Payback are perfect for Need for Speed, and they've absolutely nailed this with the difficulty of the police cars. Payback wins this. 2015 had a decent storyline too, although a lot of the people thought the cutscenes were very cringy. I mean, I really liked them. It reminded me of the Most Wanted 2005 vibes, but the cutscenes and story mode of Payback made it feel as if you were playing a movie. Great thing was the characters. We played 3 different people, and in certain cutscenes they all reunite and escape together. See the cars that they drive, which you modified. Absolutely incredible. It reminded me of GTA 5 with Trevor, Michael and Franklin. They all work together, and at any time you can just switch to any character you want by picking a certain car. One thing I love was the fact that instead of 2015 where it was all races against the police, in Payback it was the 3 of you against the house and the police. More opposition makes for a more exciting game. Fact. They know how to spell it, so I put it on my chain. This is a strange title. What game is a better Need for Speed game? I think we answered this earlier. Need for Speed is about racing, escaping the police, advancing through the story, where there is almost always an enemy. 2015 seemed very friendly. There wasn't really someone in the game that you disliked. It all seemed like a loving community, racing, fighting against the police. This is why I think Payback made for a better Need for Speed. 2017 had hard cops, a big car list, good cosmetic customization, etc. It made for a very adrenaline pumping, exciting racing game that is very universal for all kinds of gamers. And as Need for Speed aren't really a simulation racing game, and they aim their games towards a younger, less educated audience, I think Payback's done a pretty good job at being a Need for Speed game. Every week of foreign, I just check a wish list. Jumping to conclusions. Why is my voice going? Anyways, jumping to conclusions. Sorry for this video being short. And before I tell you my conclusion and thoughts, I just want to say that this video is purely based off my opinions, so I completely understand why you guys may disagree. So I think factually and statistically, Payback is a better game compared to 2015, as the car list is better, faster cars, harder police, exciting missions, off-road racing, enjoyable story mode, etc. There are a lot of reasons why Payback is better. Plus, if you were to gather an audience and let them play both games, I reckon the majority of people would prefer Payback, if not all of them would. However, I prefer 2015. This is my opinion because I found the customization of 2015 incredible. I feel like Payback have done a great job, however they should have kept the customization from 2015. And I personally prefer games by their sound, customization, and sometimes graphics, so yeah. This video was pretty useless, wasn't it? Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for new, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Until next time, I'm really sorry for wasting your time. Cheers, have a good one, cheers. Sie pudert sich die Nase, ich pop eine Zanny. Checke Fashion Nudes auf meinem Handy. Rocke Gucci, Prada, Louis, Fendi. Pferdemädchen lesen gerne Wendy.